Howdy, today I'm going to go over how to make a sectional patio chair.
For this project I used dimensioned pine boards which were 1x4 and 1x5. To start out, I cut all pieces to length from the pine boards on the radial arm saw. To make repeated cuts, I used a stop block. I then ripped the 1x4s to 3 inches wide on the table saw. The offcuts will be useful later, so I set them aside for now. In total, I have 2 rear legs, 2 front legs, 6 long slats, and 9 short slats. The slats around the chair base will be mitered at 45 degrees on their ends. With my miter gauge and a fence-mounted stop block, I made a cut that had a fair amount of tear out. To reduce tear out, I mounted a miter gauge fence to support the workpiece as it is cut. The offcuts were getting trapped between the blade and the fence, so I removed the fence and glued a stopper on the end of my miter fence to get a consistent cut. With a shop-made tapering jig, I cut a 13-degree angle from the center of the rear leg to the end of the board to angle the backrest. This same angle is cut on the front legs to add a little style and consistency of form. I started the assembly by taking 3 long slats and 2 legs. I used a few 1/4-inch spacers between the slats to create a consistent spacing. The front and rear legs should be perpendicular to the slats with their edges flush with the miter on the slats. A speed square is a handy tool to hold these pieces perpendicular to each other. Drive a single screw through a leg into the first slat, then recheck for square before driving a second screw, and subsequently attach each slat to each leg. Because these screws will be in the interior, they will not require plugging. The shorter front and back slats will be screwed in from the exterior. I made a guide from an offcut to ensure a consistent spacing for the screws. I also countersunk each hole to recess the screws so that they can be plugged. The short slats will be attached by flushing its miter together with the long slat and driving 1 screw in a leg per slat. We'll do the second screw later. At this point, it would have been nice to have a third hand as I connect the 2 sides together with 1 screw in each slat. With the chair standing plumb and level, the rest of the screws can be driven in. The last 3 slats are for the backrest. I drive 1 screw into the top slat and verify it is horizontal before adding the rest of the screws in that slat. I realize I should have used the speed square for this, but the torpedo level ended up working just fine. To use the level for this, you need to make sure your project is sitting squarely on a level surface. The seat will be made of 1/2-inch plywood with cutouts for the backrest. It'll be supported by the front legs and by 1x2 fir strips. I recessed the strips 1/2 inch from the edge to account for the seat and tacked them in with the brad nailer to verify their mounting location. When everything checks out, they can be fastened with screws. This chair design allows for a storage compartment under the seat. The bottom can be made from a lightweight panel and cut to fit the opening perfectly. I chose to attach it with metal L brackets rather than fir strips to maximize the storage space. Rather than drilling a thumb-sized hole to use to lift the seat to access the storage, I decided to use a screw and a simple loop of twine as a quick pull. If I change my mind in the future, I can always add a hole later. I hear it is significantly harder to remove a hole. The spacing in between the slats leaves the storage open for all sorts of creepy crawlers. They can be covered up easily with 1/4-inch plywood or the offcuts from ripping earlier. After cutting my offcuts to size, I secured them with brad nails. The last step before finishing is to plug the screws. I do this quickly with glue and a dowel. Then I sand it smooth. The chair will need to be finished before leaving it outside, but I will leave that for another day. The chair is designed to fit a common home center cushion size of 25-25 by 6. Storage can be accessed easily by removing the cushions and lifting the seat. The chair will be used on its own or as part of a sectional set. Let me know what you think of this design, of this project, and video in the comments below.